Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Melissa Andrews. If you've been outside today, you've noticed it is cold. Our WTOL 11 weather team actually just issued an alert day for tomorrow. And right now, Toledo Public and Washington Local are both closed tomorrow. Springfield is on a 2-hour delay. So how long is this cold going to stick around? Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers joins us now. And Chris, so we'll be bundling up for a while, right?
Well, quite some time. Most of this week, it is going to be bitterly cold, and a lot of that going to focus on Tuesday morning. After that, the impacts of some light snow and blowing snow, they're going to come into the area tonight. It is going to be a very tricky morning for travel across the area, so we want to extend that caution right now so you're prepared for this one. Morning snow, then blowing snow into the afternoon with bitter cold temperatures that are set to return that will likely keep us below zero. What that feels like much of the day. The high is only expected to be around 8 degrees as we go into the afternoon on your Tuesday. Morning snow, blowing snow to the afternoon, close to 20 late Wednesday and into Thursday. Lower 20s will be expected. Let's take a look at the Doppler radar. We do have dry conditions across the area, but it's been a bitterly cold feel, single digits to right around 10 degrees for the majority of the area. And it's got quite the brisk chill with the wind still gusting up there around 15 to 20 miles per hour. And current wind gusts in some areas have really made it feel sub-zero much of the day. So where do we go forward? We've got snow that comes into the area. It's overnight tonight. I expect we're going to be dry through midnight, but those wind chills will be sub-zero. Parts of the area under wind chill advisories, especially along and west of I-75, where we're likely to be double digits below zero. It could be as cold as 15 to 20 below zero, especially as we go into Tuesday morning. Light snow comes in after midnight. This is going to time out through about 8 a.m. Some light snow showers. It's not going to be much. I'm talking a half an inch to an inch, some areas up to 1.5 inches of total light, fluffy snow. But that's in conjunction with the cold air, really going to be a tough feel to start your Tuesday. Those wind chills going to be double digits below zero. Coldest of the wind chills, those are likely to be west of Toledo, where we're going to be as cold as 20 below zero. It is going to stay very cold and breezy through Tuesday afternoon, and that's when the blowing of any of that light, fluffy snow will continue through Tuesday afternoon. How much snow to expect? Not going to be a ton of snow. Most areas going to be around an inch, but it's going to be very fluffy, light snow, which is very apt to blow around in some of those winds that will pick up through Tuesday afternoon. So overnight tonight, some snow showers, wind chills of 10 to 20 below zero. Those snow showers coming after midnight, a low down around 2 degrees, and our alert day Tuesday is going to be for that frigid cold. Morning snow and afternoon blowing snow with winds that may gust up to about 25 miles per hour. We've got our alert day for Tuesday. That snow chance is going to be with us mainly in the morning. Single digit highs into the afternoon, close to 20 as we get into Wednesday. Low 20s for Thursday and Friday, and eyes toward another clipper system. It comes in late Thursday into Friday, could bring additional snow accumulations and a gradual warming trend really beyond this weekend. It's next week takes us back into the 30s, highs close to 40 toward the end of that 10-day forecast. Melissa, back over to you.
Well, it's not just here. Millions are hunkering down and trying to stay warm across the U.S. In Oregon, strong winds reported to have reached 83 miles per hour. That sent a tree crashing through this home. And in Chicago, freezing temperatures caused steam to rise from Lake Michigan. We have new details tonight in yesterday's shooting involving Toledo police. 33-year-old Albert Alderman was shot and killed by police Sunday after allegedly strangling his girlfriend, 29-year-old Kelsey Barnier. Police say Alderman called TPD dispatchers Sunday telling them the girlfriend was not breathing. He gave a statement to police, but when the coroner ruled her death a homicide and officers returned, he took off. Police chased them and got into a shootout with him while driving. The chase came to an end on Avondale Avenue when Alderman got out and pulled a gun on police, who in turn opened fire. Neighbors who witnessed Alderman being shot say it's a tragic end to a terrifying story.
Oh yeah, much deep condolences go out to especially her family and also his family, because now 2 lives are gone from one incident, So yeah, my deepest condolences. I can only imagine what they're feeling right now.
Police say they will release the body and dash cam within the coming days. We've learned Alderman was convicted of negligent assault in the past. Court records show he threatened to kill his girlfriend just last year. A judge found him guilty and sentenced him to 60 days at CCNO and a year of probation. Breaking overnight, one man is dead after a fire in West Toledo. Firefighters found the man's body inside this home on Sunset Boulevard, just north of Detroit and I-75. Investigators tell WTOL 11 crews quickly got the flames under control, but found that man dead inside. Firefighters on the scene said the man had some medical conditions. His name and cause of death have not been released. Owners of a local business that burned down over the weekend are thanking firefighters. Crews from several agencies battled flames at Barkin Lounge in Lake Township early yesterday morning. Firefighters quickly pulled 2 adults and at least 10 dogs from inside. Investigators say they believe a space heater accidentally sparked the fire. The family that owns the dog boarding business says it's still trying to process what happened. The owners say, "We appreciate everyone's support and prayers. This is all extremely devastating and heartbreaking, not only for us, but our awesome community of friends we've made over the years here." A frozen hydrant made fighting a fire in East Toledo this afternoon a bit tougher. You can see the smoke coming out of the home there. This is on Garfield Place around 11:30. We're told everyone made it out of the home okay. The cause of the fire is still under investigation tonight. The Republican contest for president kicks off tonight with the Iowa caucuses. There are 4 remaining candidates, and the caucuses usually narrow it down to 3 before the New Hampshire primary in 8 days. During this caucus, only registered Republicans gather and vote. Donald Trump is far ahead in the lead, but the other candidates have a lot on the line tonight.
I think Ron DeSantis really has the most at stake. He's been running a campaign that's really been flagging over the last number of months. He's dropping in the polls. Nikki Haley has passed him in some polls, and a bad third-place finish for Ron DeSantis could really end his campaign.
Dr. Sam Nelson says President Trump needs to do well tonight as well, holding on to his 30-point lead to tamp down on any headlines that he's not the clear frontrunner, especially since the polls are a lot closer going into the next race in New Hampshire. Today marks the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights icon. Would have been 95 years old. On this national holiday, everyone is encouraged to give back and volunteer. President Biden visited Philadelphia, where he helped support people who are food insecure. Vice President Kamala Harris is in Columbia, South Carolina today for a keynote address at an NAACP event. Back home, we are also honoring the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The University of Toledo hosted a unity celebration sharing his message. Speakers included an influential organizer, independent journalist, producer, and scholar activist, as well as the founder and creative director of Midwest Kids Incorporated. There were also performances, music, and messages from the guests during the event.
Today, as we celebrate, let us reflect and let us think of how Dr. Martin Luther King, in many speeches, spoke of nonviolence, spoke of civil rights, spoke of all of us working together, living together, loving one another.
The virtual discussion today aimed to inspire reflection and engagement. And Low Salem Church held its annual Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebration mass. Reverend Harvey Savage has held this service since the early 70s, and the 1-degree temp did not stop people from coming out. The guest speaker today was Marquisa Horton from Corinth Baptist Church. The hope is to pass this history and legacy to the young people and change the way they treat one another.
I don't think Martin would be happy today to see our young people, the way the violence, killing one another and all that, not getting their educations and whatnot. I don't think he would be happy with the current the world as of today. You know.
The march around Savage Park was canceled because of the frigid temperatures, but there was still a meal at the Kitchen for the Poor after the service. While the temps outside are pretty cold, there are some hot deals for meals in Seneca County this week. John Monk has more.
Monday marked the opening of the first ever Seneca County Restaurant Week. As local leaders have wanted to promote a Tiffin Restaurant Week for years, the final idea was to extend to any eatery willing to participate throughout the county.
It only makes sense, and with the weather that happened this week, it's perfect timing because a lot of people otherwise might not come out. But since we have these specials, I think we'll do all right.
In total, 21 businesses are participating, offering a variety of menu options at a set price point, like at Bench Warmers, which is offering a $25 menu with a $5 gift card for a return trip. Owner Ryan Tittle hopes the week can get former patrons back or even bring in new patrons from across the community.
It's a way for all of us to get together, kind of spread the word throughout the community of different restaurants in the area and not just go into your typical one, you try out different things.
And for so many smaller businesses, pooling together with other local businesses for this single promotion helps spread the word about all of the culinary variety people can choose from.
They can see these menus, they can go to, really one-stop website to do this, that we make it easy for people who want to come our way and really support these 21 different eateries.
You can find a full list of all 21 participating restaurants during Seneca County Restaurant Week on our website or free news app. Reporting from Tiffin, I'm John Monk, WTOL 11.
Powerful winds during Friday and Saturday's storms pushed water away from Lake Erie's western basin. That lowered water levels as much as 9 feet in some areas, which ended up revealing something pretty interesting. The photos circulating on social media have some people talking about a potential shipwreck on the lake floor near Oregon. So we caught up with the National Museum of the Great Lakes Director of Archaeology and Research to get some answers.
From the photos that I looked at last night, and there was just a couple, I saw a lot of straight lines, which to me says more maybe pier dockage than ship. That doesn't mean it isn't a ship. It just means that that's my first impression. It would be kind of cool if it was still exposed today so I could take a better look at it, but unfortunately the water's moved back in.
Interesting. Researchers say they hope to return to the site during warmer weather to do more research. It was a late night for Lions fans, but in the end, it all paid off, and the WTOL 11 sports team was at Ford Field for the big game. Noelle Blumel has a look at the excitement.
First playoff appearance since 2016 and first time hosting and winning a playoff game in 3 decades. It's safe to say the city of Detroit will not be sleeping tonight. The Lions welcomed in the Los Angeles Rams into this year's Super Wildcard weekend and beat them by a final score of 24-23.
This means everything. I mean, just to put it into perspective, I'm 31. I have not seen a Lions playoff win. I mean, I'm 31, so that's how much it means to us.
And to be honest with you, we need this win. This win is for, if you pan around this entire city, this is for the city. This win is for the city, and the city is gonna go up after this. Hopefully our basketball team do after this, but the Lions, I'm happy for them.
Again, I have not seen one in 31 years. We deserve this as our city, as our state. Let's go, Lions! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Lions will host the winner of the Eagles and Buccaneers game on Monday night. In Ford Field, Noelle Blumel, WTOL 11.
We can relate to them as Browns fans, right?
Yes, and now we assume our
Good for them.
position back on the couch.
I'm actually cheering for the Lions
I
now,
really
right?
am too. I really wanted to see them meet head to head, ultimately in the game, but that isn't going to happen for one of our fan bases. Go Lions. We'll see how that ends up going, but they're on quite the run. Weather-wise, we're on the run of wintry weather, and it is back across the area, really bitterly cold. Alert day has been issued for Tuesday. We've got single-digit highs. A couple things about this. That snow is going to be falling through the morning hours, around an inch of an accumulation right around the morning drive, though. So school's going to have issue if you have that morning drive headed out back to work. We're going to look at slippery roadways. Wind chills will be 10 to 20 below zero, and then through the afternoon, the winds pick up again. It'll keep our sub-zero wind chills in place, but also blowing and drifting of any light snow that does fall. So pretty poor travel through much of Tuesday.
Yeah, we've seen a couple schools close already, and I think it's about the negative 20 mark is where they start to
Gets
do
close,
that. Yeah.
yes.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. Look for more news and weather online coming up at 6, and be sure to tune in to WTOL 11 News later tonight at 11. Good night.